really goes on and off your light. Move back a bit.
Me?
Yeah, move back. Oh no, no, because it was going on. No, it's all right. Yeah, it's great.
No, I had the remote and I was switching it
Ah, okay. Ah,
black and white photos.
remoting, are you? Excellent. Hey, is that in your picture behind you on your right? Is that a bunch of bobbers in the water, or is it rocks?
Oh, I don't know. I can't see now. It's
Uh,
probably bobbers. They were there today.
yeah.
Yeah, there's about four lots. There's the bobbers, the blue tits,
Yeah,
the,
yeah,
the,
I checked. I checked the webcam. Doesn't matter. Seem to be what time of day you look at it. There's always people bobbing in the water, isn't there?
yeah. Actually, there's quite a few in today. It's just people went in the water, but it's still very cold. I mean, I
Mm,
don't know the temperature, but I know it's cold.
yeah.
And, I don't find it pleasant. I sort of tried it, but I don't find it pleasant. You know, getting in, it's like it's numbing. You
Yeah,
know,
I would love to go for a walk in the water, but I can't because of my legs, which is pissing me off. But
probably do it either kill or cure, Con.
well, this
Because
is it. But the thing is, they're telling me no, don't go because you're gonna get sand on your legs, and it's gonna infect it again. And oh god, it's doing my head in, man. I tell you.
that's it. At some point you got to make a friend. What did my friend? She didn't know I thought you had, but she had psoriasis,
Yeah,
and her legs were really bad. But they gave her a thing of it was seaweed.
yeah.
They covered her legs in the seaweed like paste.
Mm.
Really, I mean, it was mulch of seaweed really, and left it for bandaged up. I think left it for a day or 2 days, and she sort of got it worked quite well. The seaweed. It was like the stuff that you eat, that sort of seaweed it was. But yeah, it sort of worked for her.
All right.
Messages coming up, was
Yeah, it's Kipper. He's had a bit of a senior moment, and I just sent him a link.
oh, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, you never know, do you? I mean, if there's experts and experts, isn't there?
Yeah, well, this is it.
You know, there's some. It depends what you're willing to try. I mean,
Well, I tell you what, I don't know what to try anymore. But you know,
well,
I'll just get on with it and just live it like it is. And
yeah. I mean, a lot of the things they do for you, they do in the best faith, but they don't really cure what you got. They just sort of keep you status quo, if you know what I mean. Stop it from getting worse, rather
yeah,
than try to make it better. I think, and I think that's to do with our age.
just
Once you get
keep
age, you
treading
know.
more, keep treading water.
Well, that's it. I mean, it depends. I mean, do something like showers or baths help, or does that make it worse again?
No, it's the same, you know.
Aha.
That's
I'm
not
in.
bad.
Yeah, I could see you two for the last 5 minutes, but all I could see was my profile picture, and I kept clicking on the unmute and the start video and all sorts. So in the end, I had to come out, leave the meeting, and then come totally back in again. So I'm here now. So you just had a message saying Kipper's coming in, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'll just check to see you got the message.
Oh, you know, we were was touching on songs and ones that were banned and this and the other. Um, and while I was doing some stuff in the house, I stuck the Eurovision on. I watched about three or four, and I
Ah,
thought, yeah, okay, get it. And then I got something else. But it looked like there was one two that I thought, but yeah, bit suspect. Um,
I got
and
one.
I thought
Me
that the
too.
one, did you see it at all, anybody?
Yeah,
Yeah,
hang on. I get it for you now, Sam. I got it up.
It was the two guys, and the guy was wearing nothing, and all the fancy camera angles were covering his
yeah.
private. And I thought it was that one which had won, but maybe it was the one. Oh, it was that one, was it?
This is the guy that won.
All right, he was standing on a, they called it a, sorry, Lazy Susan, wasn't it? He must have rehearsed that loads.
I don't know, but hang on.
Yeah.
Well, and it was all down to apparently the sort of, non-binary come whatever, what am I business, is it?
Uh, Look at the people singing away, fucking hell. I mean, what the fuck?
Switzerland.
But the thing is that I don't know. I know I'm not going to go on the political side, right? But they bus people in and then put them to the front to sing along to make it look as though
Yeah.
everybody's singing along to it. So it's a bit of a strange thing. But do you think they were singing live? Because I'm convinced they weren't, because they were doing things like lifting them up off the floor and their voice never faltered at all. And Sam, if you bend down to do something when you sing, and your voice sort of goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't.
Apparently, they were allowed to mime in the rehearsals or the semis, but not on the night. So I'm not sure. But like you said, it's production-wise, it's really full on.
But it's more about the production of the song now, isn't it?
Yeah, the imagery. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but we'll see him never again. I don't think, probably.
No. Is it long gone are the days of Mary Hopkins and Lulu?
And Sandy Shore.
And Sandy Shore. Well, Sandy Shore was the best winner ever. She was cool. I love Sandy Shore.
Yeah. Copied on the screen on it.
Yeah.
Did Mary Hopkins
welcome to the frame.
Con, did Mary Hopkins win?
Yeah.
Those are the days, eh?
Those are the days, eh?
Oh yes, those are the days.
It's really strange with that song, and it was a weird moment for me. I was sitting on Charles Bridge in Prague. This was about 1990, 91. The wall hadn't long come down. I'd gone between Berlin down to Prague and wherever, and there were a bunch of and Prague was very bohemian then, as opposed to destination for hen and stag parties. And there was a bunch of youths sitting on the floor halfway across the bridge, singing. Those were the days. I thought, oh, this feels like home. And I thought, were they singing it because it was an old song they'd inherited from that Mary Hopkin time, or did Mary Hopkin pick it up as European sort of classic folk song?
I got a feeling it's a classic folk song because I was doing a gig one night, right, up in Douarnenez, this was ages ago, and these guys came in from Russia, and they came across in an old Viking rowing boat. They rowed from Russia to Douarnenez, and they were having a time out in Douarnenez.
Well, so Douarnenez is near you, is it?
Yeah. It's a fishing port just up the road, about 20 minutes.
So which way had they gone from Russia to get?
All through Europe, through the canals, everything, they just all the way. Anyway, and his name was Eugene.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, really nice guy, and he said, "Oh, can I do a song or two?" And he did. Those are the days, but in Russian.
Yeah.
Fuck it was so good in Russian, man. Those were the days, my friend. He thought, but in Russian, And I thought, he got people going, man. It's just unreal. So I told him afterwards, and he did actually say, I said, did you know it's a Welsh song? He said, no, I didn't know that, I said, well, it was Mary Hopkins that I hit with it. Oh, never heard of her. We've had that song in Russia for years,
Yeah.
So it might well be, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But then again, I thought Paul McCartney had written it for her.
No, Boris Fomin, a Russian.
Oh, there we are then. Eugene was right.
I knew it was an old folk song from somewhere.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I imparted some knowledge to Kim. She said, "Oh, how do you know that?" Because it came up about names, and I'm not sure if it was a young boy and his name was, or they were thinking of a name for a boy and he was Italian or something or other. And they said, I think Guy. I said, oh, maybe Gideon then, is it? And I said about Guy Fawkes. You know, his proper name was Gideon Fawkes. Was it? Yeah. So I look it up and there he is, Guido, you know. And another thing, he was only 34 when he died after doing the Parliament job.
Do the Parliament job.
And
He went out
because
with a bang, didn't he?
they said, where's he buried? And apparently, because he was deemed a traitor, he wasn't allowed to be buried. After he'd been executed, his body was just left to the elements, and then ended up just tipped in the Thames.
Great. They knew how to treat criminals in those days, didn't
Yeah.
Well, he was the opposition politician.
they? No, but do you imagine now he'd be, he'd get a Medal of Honor for doing it now, wouldn't he?
Here's one for you we just talked about anyway. So
Political thing.
Olivia Newton-John.
What about her?
Well, she was a very big performer, wasn't she? She worldwide.
Yeah.
Who beat her in the Euros?
Well, she was in it 1 year, was she?
Yeah.
She sang "Long Live Love," I think it was.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Wasn't
yeah.
Tiny Tim, was it?
Obviously a pub quiz question, Mike.
It is. Well, he does pub quizzes, so I thought you may know it.
Wasn't Tiny Tim, was it?
It wasn't. It was ABBA.
All right.
She
Well,
finished
Waterloo.
fourth.
Somebody
Well,
had to confess
the
it.
year that ABBA won it, Olivia Newton-John sort of entered and obviously didn't win
Yeah.
it.
Was it 73 or 74? I can't remember.
74.
How can Olivia Newton-John be in it? It's a Eurovision, and she's from fucking Australia.
Oh, how come anybody's in it now?
She sang for Britain,
All right, okay.
for UK. sorry.
Australia is in it though. Don't ask me how.
Is this?
Were they? They weren't in it this year, were they?
I don't know. We will
Well,
last
there's
year.
so many countries that get in it, and it's a bit like I think the Britain's Got Talent. Yeah, but they're coming in from America and everywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried it on America and they didn't get anywhere. They came over to Britain and they followed it over, go to Germany, Italy, and follow it around the world or what?
So it's just
Yeah.
a product, you know. The fact that it's called Britain's Got Talent, a lot of the acts aren't coming from Britain, but they've heard about the program, so they come over here. I noticed one week, I only usually see it by default, and there was a woman. So she went on. She'd come in from America, and she started. And before she thought she's going to sing, and she let off a great big, deep, long burp, and she just a bit like something from what's that with the girl turns her head around?
Oh, The Exorcist.
Yeah, and so she was saying long words. That was her novelty. That was her trick. And she actually got through.
She was doing Mongolian throat singing.
You're next week on.
Yeah, actually,
Sounds like one of the Swedish chefs.
no, listen to this. So I'm into, it's a bit strange. I'm into
You went what?
the Mongolian throat singing. It's quite famous because when I'm mixing for my films, my surf films, and you get also, you got to use stuff that's not copyrighted, basically. And you go to Mongolian throat singers and you get some great stuff, and you mix that then with something else. You know what it's like mixing, Sam. You got your
You're gonna throw a pot, man.
It's called Mongolian throat singing. It's fantastic. It is. It really is. And
Well, that's something like the effect that Cher must have used on, I believe,
No,
Oh, yeah.
that was what's it called?
Vocoder.
Was not Photoshop.
Vocoder.
No, yeah, but it's when it first came out, what was it on? Oh, it's like Photoshop, but in music.
Audio. Well, the
Yeah.
first time I heard Strange Voices it was a kids program, and it must have been in the 60s, and it was a radio program. Saturday morning, the kids, the radio program, and the song was and it was Sparky's Magic Voice of the Mountains. Sparky, what you got up there? You know,
Yeah.
Google it, Sparky. Sparky's Magic Voice of the Mountains.
Oh,
You
lovely.
should see Bella. She's lying totally akimbo next to me, you know,
What's up?
doing a dead act. And you? Hang on, see if I could get.
Kip, you weren't here earlier, but when we were talking about, I don't know, we'll have to have a chat with Biscuit. From what I can see in his mail, is he wait till the end of June or something?
Can you see Bella?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks, he said. I didn't
That's
think
what I
it's that
thought,
long.
but I thought I seen something like the 14th or 24th of June. I'll have to look back and see. Because if it's the 24th of June, that's a long way away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said.
Just this will sort it out. Did he have the stuff to stick him in?
He did have, yeah, but I don't know where it is.
All right, so I'm gonna-
Probably in his car.
He told me in great detail he had the tuba stuff, he had the gun, all in his bag with some wipes. And that's the last I heard about it.
well, I'll have to see when he's
I'll ask-
around.
Maybe he left it on his porch.
Send him a message to see if they're within access for us.
Mm.
Because I think
No,
we just sort of get on it and do it.
He's
Wait
gone
till
off
June.
caravan or something, isn't he?
Yeah, but he made a
Pick up a
comment
message, didn't he?
on the link lately, didn't he?
I'm gonna have a look now. I'm sure he said he was away for a long time. That's what I said to Con. I think he's in Swansea Neck.
Mm.
Doing a little stretch, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right. What do you want? You can have some tea if you like.
What did I miss earlier then, boys? What's happening?
Ooh, Eurovision.
We're talking about Eurovision and Michael's Percy thrower invitations out at the bench.
Oh yeah.
Mike's been planting.
Gardener's question time. Imagine that, gardener's question time. Well, I've got a piece of land. It's near the coast. It's quite barren. What would you suggest I try and grow there?
Potatoes.
Whatever you do, don't plant carrots. In stony land, they never work.
Don't what?
Carrots.
Oh, carrots.
Carrots.
I'm trying to think. I'm just recalling a conversation I had with Biscuit.
Okay.
But prioritising the discs, but I think that's all been sorted anyway, isn't it? Where they go, what's going first and everything.
Yeah, because there was talk of this second batch and waiting for those, but that's going to be ages.
Just have a piss.
What have you found, Mike?
I can't see it now, but I thought he said he's going to be.
Stop mooching for my bloody tea.
I'm into teak oil at the moment.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
You're going to sort out a nice sunny day. We'll go down and do it, is it?
Yeah, because the way it's been going lately, unless all of a sudden it's going to be a deluge for another 2 weeks. I mean, it's going to be
It's down
dry.
now for a week, isn't it?
It's going to be dried out now with the weather we've had lately, isn't it?
It is, but it's going to be raining tomorrow again. I think.
Piss it down for a few days.
Right. We're away from Friday and back on the 24th of May. Out in the term will be right. So it's the 25th of May he's back. So that's a couple of weeks, isn't it?
Right.
Just have to wait till then.
Yeah, a weekday's probably going to be preferable for me because I think the weekends are going to be pretty full.
So sorry, going back to the discs, we got the names,
Right.
but we haven't got the dates, so we can't do them till we get the dates.
Which this is the second batch,
Yeah,
right?
and I don't know who these people are either. I don't know if anybody knows them.
Who
So
are they then?
I think pass on getting those and just go with the ones we've got. And it's looking all right Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah, it is, but we've got to get the glue, the
All the
fixer.
stuff, the glue. And the
Yeah.
disc. You've
I've got
the disc,
Biscuit's
no?
telephone number. I'll text him a message.
But if you got the disc, I mean, we all got a gun and the stuff.
Should have been people.
No, I mean the thing you put it in to squeeze
Yeah,
it
yeah.
out.
Now you said gun. Now that's it. We'll be banned for another 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't mind waiting or doing it. It's yeah.
How many have we got? How many discs do we have, Mike?
I did send to you before. We go about, is it
15, 20?
16,
Didn't
16?
someone have to go back? They're going to get
No,
five.
well, 4 of them she's doing again,
Right.
but she'll do them with the next batch, if you know what I
Oh,
mean.
right. Okay. I wonder if we're
So
gonna
what
wait
she
for
said, we can put them in, but
Yeah.
just don't sort of put them in too firmly, just with a dab behind them. Then we can take them out again. Then it's it's easy enough to do. But
once that stuff goes off, mate, that's it.
no, I'm not saying stick them in with that. Just stick them in with a bit of
Chewing gum.
bubble gum.
What, with a bit of chewing gum behind it, Jimmy?
Yeah.
What
And the other thing is,
I came out.
I don't know if you're aware of this. I know Biscuit. I just read Biscuit's comment saying he thinks the surfers should be at the top, but it doesn't bother me. To be perfectly honest, the top is the least visible place. The ones at the bottom, right in your eye line.
In your eye line, yeah.
Yeah, the ones at the top you can't really see. So it's I think probably my idea is I don't care who goes first really. I just put up Crochet because he built Langland, but it could be it would have to be the colours. Like you can't have 3 blues at the bottom and then 3 oranges. They got mixed up, if you know what I mean. So
why do they have to be color coded? Why can't they just be random?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They should be random.
Just put them in a hat and just pull them out. That's the first one. And maybe start at the bottom as well. Hey, here's an idea. Start at the bottom.
You know what? That sounds though it should be random. But you got every chance of picking out 5 blues on the trot.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Oh no, your eye can tell you. Oh yeah, blue one there, blue one down here.
I agree. It just needs two or three people say, all right, yeah, that looks good. There, put that there. That's done.
We'll have to hire a graphic designer or an artist to choose the placement of the discs.
But
400 quid be all right.
asked if she could come down when we put them up, and I said, yeah. She said she'd like to meet you all. So
Who's that?
The girl who did them.
Right, yeah. She'll be good at that then.
Yeah.
But ask her if she's going to pay. If she's going to take a fee for
helping in the next month, wouldn't she?
They're probably going to work out, just as you asked that, probably about £15 each, I would imagine.
I'll call it 20.
Yeah. Well, no. If we do it, then we'd have to. It's silly doing them at 20. You'd have to say something like 50 because that's what the sort of I think.
50 or did you say 15 or 50?
50.
Yeah. I was going to say you had said 15 and I said 20, but no, if you said 50,
if you say 20, people will just want to put their dogs up there and everything. You know. 50, at least you got to have a think about it then, haven't you?
Yeah, and that eventually will help pay for looking after the bench as well, won't it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, but likewise, as you mentioned, I think in one of those long pieces, I skimmed through it, is actually sort of.
How dare you skip through it?
I didn't skim. I what they call it, I speed read.
Right.
The bit about sort of being nice to some of the people who bunged in quite favourably.
I think we should keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Well, keep a top spot for me then, because I paid 100.
Yeah,
Right. I'm not saying anything, but I'm not
I,
boasting.
I think most of us probably did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all down there, so
Yeah,
it's I got a place for you underneath the post, Con.
that's great. Thank you. Nice and down and dirty in the grunge.
I was even looking at the bench today. If it ever came to a point, you could even put something like that on them, really, on the
Yeah.
bench.
It'd be
There's
easy enough
plenty
to
of
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, there's plenty of spaces there.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and you go down and Biscuit would just give me this. You just get one of your drills, and it's got a little spike in the front bit, and then it carves a bit of a nice inch and a half, recess, and you go zip one by there, zip one by there.
Do you know what sort of drill do they use to drill those holes? Do you know?
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
very
Well, it's
wide,
not
flat
it's
drill with a
called,
little
it's called
spike in the
something.
middle.
Spike in the
So
middle, and
just like a wood drill, then.
Yeah.
yeah, wood,
Yeah.
wood drill. Spike in
Yeah.
the middle, and a blade which sort of is almost a bit like the side of a chisel, so it
Yeah.
scrapes
It's what, 2 inches, is it, or something? Or 20? No,
up
that's,
It's
inch
an
and a
odd
half.
size. Didn't you say that the diameter was an odd diameter?
yeah.
But
Maybe this.
you can get the adjustable sized ones as well, which you got got the
No,
circular.
no. It's not those, Con, because what it does, it routes the wood out. It's like a router,
Oh, yeah.
so it
Okay.
routes it out. It doesn't cut a hole and then they chisel it out.
All
It's
right.
sort of
Okay. I'll just route it
router
all
out.
out. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's because, as I say, it's a variation of my old-fashioned drills, which I used to have a brace and bit.
Mm,
So it's
Yeah,
a
that's
thing
it.
like
Yeah,
that, and you put your bit in the end, and you put the other bit on your chest, and you wound it around.
mm.
Sometimes you'd have it all in the right place. Sometimes you wouldn't.
yeah. It depends where it
Yeah.
wants to start, doesn't it?
Mm.
And do you know, whenever you did that, you always come across a knot.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that's sod's law, isn't it?
And you suddenly going away all nicely, stopped. That's it. That's the end of it, isn't it? Yeah, but electric. Everybody uses electric stuff now, don't they? Battery operated. With the
Yeah.
lithium batteries now, they're gone forever. They're as powerful now as some of these drills and things as.
Yeah, mine.
Planes.
I've got to replace. I remember when I had my DeWalt drill, and I think Kim's son bought me the batteries with pack. So it was 3 or 18 volt size ones. They were quite good, and then they start to go down as when they recharge, they don't hold so much. And then I got a bigger one, and now I'm just down to one big one, one small one. I mean, and the bigger ones cost about 30, 40 quid,
Mm.
per
The
battery.
problem is people put them on
It
charge and
sounds
leave them on
like
charge too long.
Yeah.
But it doesn't affect the lithium batteries if you do that.
no, it won't overcharge it, I don't think.
No. But the old DeWalt batteries are renowned for messing up. You've got to sort of use up all the power and then put them on charge and then take them off again. If you leave them on there, they screw up. They sort of, I don't know, they just don't. They don't
Oh,
hold the charge upwards.
oh yeah, because that's I don't know what mine now, but yeah, mine's the dual. So I know it's the usual thing. Wait until it's right down, but when you're using your drill, and it's usually it's completely stopped now. It's not going to do it. So that's when I put it on charge, and the little red light flashes.
Yeah.
So I leave it until I look at it.
That's one of the world's great hates. That is, you get your drill out, you go vroom, vroom, and it goes, and you put in a bit of wood, and it goes. Vroom, vroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I got one on my saw as well. I got a circular saw, and it needs to have a nice charged battery to
Yeah.
take
Mm.
it properly. Like.
Oh, I seen Di Willis last week. I forgot to mention he said hi to everybody.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I need to speak to him as well. He's going to help me build my daughter's shed.
Oh yeah, he came down to give me a hand. Well, give me a hand. I had to give him something, but
Yeah,
the door on the hut, I needed to sort of shave a bit off. But it's so heavy; it weighs about sort of 200 pounds, I think. The door.
Jesus.
So, you couldn't do it by yourself.
Talking about
Yeah.
Dywells, and I was talking to Robin Bramall day before yesterday, and we were talking about Dywells then, funnily enough, and it's strange.
Yeah. He's had a few
No,
little
it's
things
Will.
removed.
Is that Steve Willis?
No,
Yeah.
Di Williams. David Williams, his name is.
Oh, who's in Australia?
No,
Yeah.
no,
That's the other
He
Di
was.
Williams. There's a
Oh,
lot of Di
there's another-
Williamses.
All right.
big Di,
He's up
little
there.
Di.
This is number 2.
Oh, there's Little Di.
There's little Di, there's big Di, and there's Di Williams.
Little
Di
Di.
Williams, European champion.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
not a
number
Williams, is he?
Number 2, and he got.
Sorry,
Is
Connor.
it number 2? Is it? I can't remember. Is that in Jersey? That wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's this now? Obviously not the one that's in Australia.
No, no. This is a friend of ours from school.
All right. I'm not Di Williams. Little Di.
No, not little Di. No.
There was a picture
Yeah.
up recently, and I was identifying him. I thought there's Little Di, Kevin Gomez. It was Alan Longest. Very not so much of him. And that side, that Will who's recently passed away. I always remember him, dark hair. Did you see that picture up on I Love Langland?
No.
There's a guy called is it Willis. There's one shot that's been up a while back, and it's when the water comes down in front of the hole in the wall cafe when it's really been raining, and it cuts a channel in the sand. Well, it's a channel against the sand, and it looks like almost like a wave, and that Willis
Two guys surfing it.
was tucked in
Yeah. I've seen it.
as if he's underneath the lip.
Yeah.
That's I think that's the one who's recently passed away. Just in the last week or so. 'Cause he was around when I was,
Younger, a lot younger though. Surely.
the picture. Yeah, I think he's more likely only a year or two younger than me. But that picture of him in the sand was going back 20 years ago. In that sort of sand that looks like a wave. And
Was that with Ronnie Brown?
there was another guy involved with him.
Yeah,
in the
well,
picture.
that was Steve Hopkin.
Who?
Steve Hopkin, Willows.
Hi, Wills. Yeah.
Willows in the longboarding world and Steve Hopkin in the real world. I think, if I can remember correctly.
What, same person, two names?
Yeah. But his name wasn't, it was Steve Hopkin, Steve, yeah. But his surname or nickname is Willows on Facebook.
Oh, so yeah, because that Willis, yeah, because I can't remember.
But I don't think it's the same guy because I think he's still alive.
All right.
As far as I know, well, he was Thursday. We were talking about him. So
All right. I see that Mark Welshie, up lately about some guy must have been a bit sharp, and then come over and are you the Welsh one?
oh, Kersey, yeah, Kersey came up and said, "You're a Welsh mate, yeah." Oh, he was stoked. Good.
Is he still surfing now?
Oh, Kersey,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's been around a while, hasn't he?
Huh?
He's been around. I seem to remember him about 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah. Well, he's still going.
Yeah.
He's doing more. He's coaching his daughter now because apparently his daughter's really good. And who was I watching? I've been watching surfing today. The World Amateurs in El Salvador. And who's Chloe Andino is a name from the past. He was in the World Amateurs. I don't know how he got into that. I don't know.
I don't know Chloe Andino, I'm afraid.
Oh, he's an old ASB veteran, How was he in that? Which contest was that? Oh, it was in Manly. No, it wasn't. It was in Merriweather. That's right, for the Challenger Series. So he's still buzzing around.
I've just thought of a question now. So I wonder if you can become an amateur after being a professional, but then drop out of the professional ranks.
I don't think so, no. And I don't know. It was always a very shady area, wasn't it? You know, if you took some money
Yeah.
and then you become a professional. But you know, but it all depends what you did with the money, you know.
But I don't suppose there's a real amateur around anyway, because you've got to be
No,
sponsored.
no,
these
everybody's
days.
sponsors, isn't they?
Who decides if you're a professional or an amateur? If you're getting money, and a lot of amateurs get money.
Well, if you take prize money, you automatically become professional then.
Yeah. You
What
can't
about
professional.
sponsorship is just sponsorship, I think.
Yeah. But if you take prize money and you're there, originally it was if you took prize money, end of your amateur career, you couldn't enter the Welsh.
Or endorsements.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
You
And
can't do
you couldn't serve for your country or you couldn't enter a national contest. Amateur contest.
But
So when I
you
got my
can do a
5
few
quid down
country
in
now.
Cornwall Con, I became a professional, did I? From
Yeah, you know, we all did, you know. But,
Even if
didn't
you
pay for the
got
bloody petrol to go home.
if you got £4.50 as prize money, you're a pro.
Yeah, that's it.
I think
That's
there
the
is
pros
a
and-
limit. There is a amount of money you can earn.
That's the pros and cons.
uh, in those days, Kev, it was like you got 7 and 5, 7 and 6 was fourth prize or something like that.
Buy you a bar of wax, wouldn't it?
Yeah, was that a Parent Porth Open, wasn't it, Kipper?
I know I had to cash it because I didn't have any money to get home.
How much did he get?
I got £5 or something. 5 quid, 10 quid. It wasn't. It couldn't have been 10 quid. That would have been a fortune.
Yeah, right.
£5.
Yeah.
5 shillings, gone like.
Man, 5 quid. Those days last year, 2 months, 3 months.
Yeah.
Before it goes, we're on just over a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So can somebody sort of contact Biscuit and see what?
Yeah, I'll do it straight away. I got his.
And
Alright.
let us know whether we're gonna, do something at some stage.
Then
Okay.
Sam, I'll when we finish, I'll get onto you with Messenger, yeah, and I'll have a chat with you quickly.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
what do you mean, Messenger? You're going to phone me or you're going to text me back and forth?
I'll phone you on
Messenger.
Messenger.
I'm not. All right. I'm not sure if I do that. Sorry.
You will. You hear a strange noise coming from your phone.
Oh,
Beep, beep, beep. Oh, there's someone like
Or your laptop, actually. But you
yeah,
have
but what I have to do then, because
to answer
to get
and press
Gonna go
audio.
now.
You guys.
There
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, good.
less than a minute. All right. Okay.
Oh, is it less than a minute?
Oh, we actually got.
Long-
Don't just need a minute.
We're getting bonus seconds here.
Well, it'd be terrible, wouldn't it, if they didn't cut us off? We'd all be sitting here waiting. Going,
Well, 2 hours later.
Like on the television program where they finish doing the news and then they carry on just looking at the camera,
Yeah.
and then the producer.
Is that it? Yeah.
You just have to hold that.
Are we still on? Are we still on?
oh, we are, that's it.
Are we still on?